Hello all, I'm Tenixium, and I'm about to talk about Regulation D and what it all means for the competitive world of Pokemon. Okay, so just keep in mind that this is my first time making a video like this, so like go easy on me, please. And also it's not gonna be that well edited, because it's just me kind of ranting, giving my thoughts about the metagame and whatnot. Reg D is essentially like Regulation C, but now Pokemon Home is active, meaning that you can send Pokemon for Pokemon Home into Scarlet and Violet. Now, there are a lot of Pokemon that are available through this method, but however, um, you can't use restricted Pokemon, like for example, Mewtwo, Kyogre, Groudon, stuff like that. But there are 95 Pokemon that you can use that are legal. And to keep it frank with you, most of them are kind of garbage. And first and foremost, the drama or the controversy about Regulation D is that there's only going to be one official tournament that is following Regulation D rules, and that is the World Championship. Now, of course, with Glick, he tweeted about this. He was very, very, I guess, perturbed or a little bit upset by this decision, as a lot of people were. Now, my personal opinion about this is that it's kind of frustrating because typically you need several events to see the metagame reach its like maximum potential, but to only have one tournament in Regulation D and for it to be the World Championship just kind of seems messed up, you know? Like, I want to see the top players in the world compete at the highest level of competition in the world using a format that has been, like, fully explored and completely exhausted. But we're not going to get that this year. I do think that it could be kind of cool to see like a very creative or, for lack of a better term, gimmicky team, being able to make it like to day two or to make it to the finals. That'd be very very cool. But at the same time, I would rather much see a more mature format be played at the Worlds. But whatever, I'm not complaining. But now I'm going to get into the Pokemon that I think out of these 95 Pokemon are going to be interesting, or just my opinion is about. And first and foremost, we have Rillaboom. Hang on, where is this picture? There you go. You have Rillaboom. Now, Rillaboom is it was a monster back in Gen 8 with the ability of Grassy Surge with Grassy Glide, but however, he got nerfed really, really hard because now he lost Grassy Glide. He lost one of the main niches that he had in Gen 8. So while some people are scared of Rillaboom, I'm honestly not. Like, sure, you're gonna see people try to use him a lot, because, he was good at Gen 8, but with this Grassy Glide nerf, he's just not gonna have, like, the capacity that he once had. If you were gonna use him, I would say use Woodhammer, but, who knows how the metagame is going to evolve, but whatever. But now, on the other hand, Regieleki. So Regieleki actually got a huge buff this gen, and that is the fact that it can now terrestrialize, and it also has Terra Blast. Pokeaim, aka Joey, we all know him. He made a very good YouTube short about this, and essentially, because of its ability to terrestrialize with Terra Blast, it now covers one of the main crutches that it had in Gen 8, and that was its ability to get a diverse move pool. Like, typically, Regieleki in VGC would only have, like, either normal or electric type moves. Unless you were running, like, the physical variant, where you could have, like, Wild Charge, Assurance, and then Bounce. But most Regieleki are special attackers, so you were only running, like, electric type moves. But now, with terrestrialization, you can now run any type of move that you want. And that allows Regieleki to mainly specialize into the ice type, where it could then counter Pokemon that would normally wall it, like for example ground types. Like now it can OHKO Great Tusk if it wants to. Now it can OHKO Garchomp if it wants to. And that is a very, very big buff in this gen. But however, Regieleki is also the victim of the pettiest nerf ever in Pokemon, in my opinion, because its ability Transistor was actually reduced. Instead of giving it a 1.5 times boost to its electric, oh my gosh, talking is hard. Instead of a 1.5 times boost to its electric, oh my gosh, instead of a 1.5 times boost to its electric type moves, it now only receives a 1.3 times boost to those moves, which honestly kind of sucks. And the reason why it's kind of petty is because its counterpart ability, Dragon's Maw, didn't receive that reduction. So it's literally targeted for Regieleki. And Urshifu is back as well. And to be quite honest, I think Single Strike is gonna be the one that dominates. Solely because it can counter Donzo. Because of course you have Wicked Blow that will always crit, and because of that it can now bypass the double armor boost that Donzo would get with Tatsugiri's commander ability. So yeah, goodbye Donzo. I hate you so much. But anyway, that's all I have to say about Urshifu. And next up is a Pokemon that I love to death, and that is Ursaluna. So Ursaluna is just on everyone's radar, like everyone's radar, because it is a ground type that counters Flutter Mane. Just like literally at Milwaukee, I believe 3/4 of our teams have Flutter Mane on it, and Flutter Mane is just broken. It is so good, it is so strong, and currently we do not have a ground type in the metagame that could counter it, because we have mostly Great Tusk and we have Garchomp, both of which can be OHKO'd by it. But Ursaluna can potentially survive some attacks from Flutter Manes, and then also OHKO it back because of its ability Guts. Like Flame Orb Ursaluna is just going to dominate in my opinion. And also, it's a new component to Trick Room teams. It's gonna be great in Trick Room alongside Torkoal in my opinion. And speaking about Trick Room, we now have a new Pokemon that we have never seen before in the competitive metagame as well, which is Enamorus. So, Enamorus, its design is trash. I hate how it looks. I hate how it feels. But by golly, it is scary. Like, if you look at its base stats, like, people are looking at its Therian form the most because people are theorizing right now to put it in on a Trick Room team because it has a very low speed stat, similar to Ursaluna, but massive special attack stat. It's naturally bulky. It's just like, you have Dazzling Gleam, Mystical Fire, you have Moonblast. It's going to move as Springtide Storm, which hits both opponents. So yeah, it's going to be a very scary special attacker in Trick Room, pairing well alongside Torkoal as well, because when you think of Trick Room, you think of Torkoal. We have all the genies. You have Landorus, you have Tornadus, then you have Thundurus. They're all back, and they're all just as broken as ever because they each have their own signature move, which is a counterpart to Enamorus' move, Springtide Storm, which has Landorus learning Sand Shear Storm, which has a chance to burn your opponents. Tornadus can learn Bleak Windstorm, where you have a chance to lower your target speed, and then Thundurus has Wild Bolt Storm, which has the chance to paralyze your opponents. And all of these moves hit both opponents, and they also, now this is like going way down the line right now, but they also bypass accuracy checks in the rain. So when Kyogre becomes legal, in all honesty, I expect to see like Pelipper Pelipper and the genies are just gonna go insane. I went to a local event and I was talking to some players and whatnot, and they opened my mind to Glacier, and I'm terrified because Glacier is an ice type, and as we know, ice types got a huge buff this gen because of snow. Snow gives ice types a +1 in their physical defense, and Glacier didn't need this. It didn't need this. Now it is even more unkillable, and I. This will be the first time in competitive history that we're going to see Glacier. No, that we're going to see a Hell team possibly do well at Worlds. I don't know. Has a Hell team ever done well on Worlds? I'm not sure. So I just realized that I'm misspeaking. It's not Hell anymore, it's Snow. Snow and Hell are two different things. But yeah, either way, Snow, Hell, whatever you want to call it, it's gonna be scary. In all honesty, I hate Sneasler because, I mean, yeah, it's fast. Like, it's very, very fast, very, very strong, awfully frail as well. But the reason why I hate Sneasler is because Claw. So Claw, why do I hate it? 80 base power, poison type move. What's to hate about it? A 50% chance, literally a coin flip, to either poison, paralyze, or put you to sleep. Let that sink in. This is honestly the most ridiculous RNG I've seen in VGC. Like, it makes no sense. And I can bet money that either Aaron Zhang or Joe Ugarte is going to lose at least one set because of Claw. There are two of the best players in the world, but they both just have awful, awful luck. And last but not least, we have Basket Legion. And the only thing that I have to say about Basket Legion is the fact that Basket Legion absolutely gets last respects, a move that is so strong that it is banned in Smogon. Like, it is literally banned in Smogon. Now, of course, it's not as strong in VGC as it is in Smogon, but however, people have been using Houndstone last respects already, as it is. But now you have Basket Legion, who is much faster than Houndstone, and actually with the Choice Scarf can outspeed max speed Fluttermane. So I can imagine that Basket Legion with the Choice Scarf last respects could potentially be pretty good in Reg D. Like, literally just spitballing right now, a core of like Basket Legion, one of the genies of Pelipper, that'd be kind of good in my opinion. And yeah, that is a just kind of like brief, informal, very quickly spoken discussion about like Pokemon that I think to watch out for in Reg D. I do apologize if I spoke really, really fast or if I like stuttered or whatever. But until then, thank you for watching my channel. It means the world to me that you found my very small, very humble channel. Subscribe. Don't forget that you're loved, that you matter. Happy Pride Month, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.